All right, watch this for May 24th, which will be Tuesday. Let's just glance at the SPY. This little red splotch here is today's candle, which is just a very dead. Look at the volume. I mean, it was one of the most. I tweeted today that, or in the chat room, I said if you've ever traded on Christmas Day, or if you never have, this is what it's like. It was really dead. Now I did happen to catch a nice call in CLRB for the chat room early, right when it looked like after this opening 5-minute candle. I called it long over, it started to come back up, called it long over 350, so 351 entry idea, and it went up to 493, so almost a 40% move. And a good bulk of that literally happened in 10 minutes. Those are the kinds of trades I like. But after that, and then one SRPT call, it was next to nothing happening all day. So just a dead day. Tomorrow should be more active than today. I don't know how it couldn't be unless the market was closed. So here's a list I've come up with for tomorrow. Lumber liquidators is kind of interesting. You had this, earnings, you had the gap down and a pop, and it's been inside of the earnings day range ever since. You had this one spike here to 1205, and then on Friday it popped to 1215. Today kind of a quiet inside day near Friday's highs, although it did a little bit of weakness at the close, but not really. So I like this over today's highs, over 1210. It might just break out of this range. That's LL. I want to watch W. It's been climbing higher. It broke the high of, I think there was earnings right here, where it hit the 200-day back here. It hit it again today, hit it on Friday. It's trying to sneak up higher. So this one, when it does get moving, can move pretty nicely. So I want to watch that one. MGT, pretty short list today, by the way. MGT gapped up today, so we switched it to our gap play instead of our regular watch list. It never gave me an entry. I do like the looks of this thing. You had this, well, let's go back to the daily. You had this huge, crazy move back here. You had this one monster flush day, and so now it's really not wanting to get momentum either way. It's trying, as typical for the market, trying to frustrate both longs and shorts, and it's doing a pretty good job of that. This one is interesting, though, over 320. Let's go to 5-minute candles here. You can see it just couldn't get through that 320 area today. But if it does, over 320, it could very easily just take out Monday's high of 332. And then over that, anything can happen. Could get like a little mini short squeeze or something. So I definitely want to watch that. LXRX, nice little pop today out of a range on decent volume. I'll just be looking for a red to green. Yeah, you can kind of, if you blur your vision, you can kind of see an inverse head and shoulders forming too. So it's a bullish pattern, and this one might just have a continuation day tomorrow. VUZI, a little bit of an attempt to break out of about a week-long range on extra volume today. So I want to watch this one for a break of today's high. Just a continuation day. That'd be 558 entry idea, but depending on how it trades. You always hear me say I never live and die by those numbers because I don't know if the stock or the overall market's going to gap down or up, which could make that break of today's high number just obsolete. So, but it's a number to put in your notes, I suppose. CSLT, a gap up, nice 2-day run, and now it's down a couple days, closing green today. This one could continue higher tomorrow. And lastly, ORIG gapped up on Thursday, sold off again today, and they had a nice earnings report. So good chance. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get the gap fill or not, but whether you do or you don't, this keep an eye on oil itself, and if oil pops, this is a great candidate for kind of a sympathy play to oil with earnings behind it and a nice earnings report and 2 days lower. Really like this one for a possible turn back up on Tuesday. So I'm going to leave it at that. Pretty short list. We'll add gappers in the morning, see if we can't get some gap plays as well, and we'll watch the market and individual stocks for possible intraday reversal setups for trades as well. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.